Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Keisha, and I will wait just a moment to make sure that everybody can hear us. All right, seems like everybody can hear me. So welcome back to RPGs We Love. So next up is the Soul Blazer race with theRPGchick and Gliitchless. And we also have our lovely friend Sin here for commentary. Sin, can you say hi?
Hello, sure. Thank you.
So just a quick message before we start. Take This reaches out to the gaming companies to help them promote healthier and more productive work environments to ensure that they have methods in place for helping employees who help suffer from mental illness. And we are currently helping Take This by your lovely, lovely donations. At this time, I unfortunately do not have any more donations to read for you, which is just a shame, I must say. But I do want to tell everybody that currently the themes which have won the Soul Blazer Bid Wars are RPG and why. And otherwise, I think that we are ready to start our race.
And that's interesting. RPGchick's gonna have a slight advantage because it's a one-letter name versus Gliitchless with the three-letter name. Slight advantage though, because you have to the name gets spelled out very so often. I guess we have to kick off with a timer though. If the runners are ready. We put it in chats here. Let's see.
Okay, we're just getting a bit of a timer putting up now. It's no big deal, so don't worry about the small timer off to the side. And Natura has already counted down for us.
All right, excellent. So this is going to be a really exciting race. These two runners, RPGchick, Valkyrie Zone versus Gliitchless. I know I've seen them do runs. I've seen them do races together. We have an annual race in Soul Blazer every year in memory of Ever Hate. Now, it's pretty much going to be RNG in terms of gem counts. Those are things they can't control, but the rest of the game is pure execution here. And it's an action RPG by Quintet Enix. This was the follow-up to ActRaiser, but it was the beginning of the trilogy, the Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terra Enigma. Don't know if Gliitchless has moved yet. I also see that actually on the restream it doesn't look like. But I assure you Gliitchless is playing. So right now, first thing they were grabbing was the magic or the soul of magic. That is the blue orb that's rotating around the Blazer character. And the other aspect of this game is you do have a sword you get in the first room, but you pretty much carry the sword into most of the beginning of the game. The idea is to do some work where you're maximizing killing monsters from 2 layers at once, where possible. Let's see if we can actually catch up Gliitchless' stream here too, so you can see a side-by-side comparison. Not too much to say though in the beginning of the game. We're only going through the necessary layers to unlock key characters or items or chests. Oh, this is a nice synchronize. Looks like RPGchick may be playing herself. The first key item, the Dream Rod, is going to be used quite often in the run. You can enter people's dreams. It's a very cool aspect of the game. And like I said, we'll be accessing different layers here, releasing characters in the main towns, and that's key for progressing the game. This happens to be one of my favorite RPGs. Just purely based on music, the action, and the story is really interesting. Just peek over to Gliitchless' screen. She is just around the same layer, actually. So it's pretty even. There's not too much deviation in the run right now. So they're going to be required to go back to town. So they're going to be using a speedrun tech, which is just death warping. That's the quickest way back here. Because they have to get this mill keeper to get the wheel going again. So that's happening. Of course, there's the bridge guard that does a terrible job at guarding the bridge. And then the mill keeper that can't turn the wheel. So it seems like they should have just switched jobs. I don't know.
I mean, you would think that they would use the very convenient river right beside the mill, but
yeah, this game has a little bit of interesting mechanics in the sword swinging. You want to position yourself in a certain way versus every layer, or all the monsters in each layer. It's pretty scripted though. Where to stand, how to swing your sword at them. Some monsters are very consistent, while others can move around randomly. But we'll go over those when we get there. And there's convenient conveyor belts. So we're back through the area again, and now we can progress up this elevator here that is now activated because of the mill. So these little plant enemies, those spawn randomly. This technique's pretty cool. You're taking out the monsters, dodging the torches. Still really good sync here. Not sure when we're gonna get Gliitchless' stream up, but peeking over there. It's just a little bit behind RPGchick right now. Just getting into those torches. And there we release Lisa. Lisa's a very prominent character in the game. And here we have the plants. These things spawn all over the place. Gotta be careful taking damage here. Even though at the end of this we're gonna be setting up for Death Warp, still don't want to die early. It's very, very possible in Grass Valley here. over on Gliitchless, just releasing Lisa, so RPGchick a little bit ahead. A lot of game to go. It's about 2 hours here. Very dangerous worlds ahead. And I really don't know who's gonna win. It's gonna be a really good race. So you see we have the fireball magic. It's a little bit useful. Clear some enemies ahead of time before you get there. Especially taking out the torches, those can be dangerous while you're trying to fight these other monsters here. RPGchick's setting up for a death warp. Ooh, gotta be careful though. Don't want to die early. Want to at least clear that lair before you die. Yeah, that's the final area of Grass Valley that you're releasing. So take a quick death warp right after add a torch. Now there's those gems. Those gems are there if you want to return back to town, but they have a whole message and it takes longer. So there's this little shrine. Every time you take a death warp, you refill your life there. You get words from your omnipotent master telling you to keep going. Yeah, it's a speedrun. You could save a frame by holding down every time you get there. Laser will move down before the message. Over the course of the run, since there's quite a few visits to the shrine, that can add up. So there we entered Lisa's dream with the dream rod. Very awkward situation because you just kind of appear standing over her while she was sleeping. Slightly awkward.
Who are you?
And then you just kind of like dodge out of the house because that's what you do. Gliitchless also just getting to Lisa, so again, it's still really close. In the dream, though, what happens in the dream also affects the real world, so that lair in Lisa's dream unlocked this area where you get the Leo brush, or Leo's brush. And another quick death warp. Sometimes you go through Grass Valley and you forget what death warp you've done. It happens. Oh, there you go. Alright, so we have cast stream up on the right now. Now we have side-by-side race here. That's going for the brush right now. RPGchick getting the first level up. Those are based on experience. And again, gem counts. Keep an eye on gem count. That's useful for magic here. Like for instance, taking out these torches faster. A little bit of an art to this. Alright, Cat's getting ready to make her way into the final area as well, of Grass Valley. This is a dangerous area. Again, you don't have a lot of health, and if you make one small misstep, like just standing on the wrong pixel, you can be right in the enemy's hitbox. Gotta be careful where you're standing. Don't want to lose too much health along the way. Gliitchless getting that level up. That really speeds up killing monsters. First item here is an herb. This herb's gonna actually get used immediately. A little interesting setup for these eye blocks. RPGchick taking it safer. The little swag magic shot though with the fireball, and they all line up. Let's see if Cat goes for that. these little octopus metal monsters can't be killed yet. You need a special blade for that. Luckily in the speedrun, you don't have to come back to this area to kill those. But we are going to see all the areas in the speedrun, so it's a really nice run. So theRPGchick is going to get that herb equipped. And the important thing is getting a level up here right before the boss. Is that level up? Level ups are pretty much scripted, assuming you don't take any accidents. Now this boss is really hard. You have the herb equipped that gets auto-used. Actually, you're tapping down while the conveyor belt's forcing you up into the hitbox. Very scary fight. RPG has to back out a little bit. Playing it safe. Oh, gets it. That was really, really close. The herb will get auto-used and refilled, but you have just enough hits. Assuming you don't accidentally tap into the hitbox. Great job, theRPGchick. So which is finding a little difficulty though in the stage. Having to come through this again. This is, like I said, very dangerous area. So Metal Mantis. Also, yes, the secret boss, an illusion guy. If you unlock all the red. Got the mayor. The mayor is going to have the brownstone, and that is going to allow you to move to the next area. theRPGchick moving on to the next area. Gliitchless still should be okay. I don't think she used the herb yet, so gotta keep an eye though. That's a little bit dangerous on the health for Gliitchless here. Has the herb equipped just in case. Again, shouldn't get caught here and should get the level up. Oh, perfect. Alright, so Gliitchless should be in good shape. theRPGchick in Greenwood. This area, it's a little tricky. You got these plants with the touchy-feely hands. They move erratically. The Mudmen just sort of spawn and line up and die pretty easily. Kind of sad, actually. They don't do much. Alright, Gliitchless in the fight with Metal Mantis. Let's see how it goes. Should be okay. Oh, just takes the last hit. It's gonna have to do the Metal Mantis refight without the herb. There are some safety herb you can unlock. Might go for it. Oh, this is just gonna go do the Metal Mantis fight. No herb. Grass Valley, definitely a tough area. A lot of resets in speedruns on Grass Valley. So theRPGchick making her way through the shrines. There's 3 shrines in Greenwood. Most of the Greenwood is, at this point, you have a pretty good level. It's pretty balanced. And you get an extra herb here. Now that herb is going to come into play later. Any item you've used, that slot remains selected. So right now the herb is selected. Oh, so as you can see, the Metal Mantis fight without the herb is pretty slow. This is probably the way most would fight the Metal Mantis, and even then it's really hard. Like, you gotta kind of lure Mantis over, dodge the shots, then stay on conveyor belts that are just against you. It's a tough fight. RPGchick dispatching the plants. Buffer it with a little magic. Get in there, slash away. RPGchick also has 52 gems. She should be really good with gems at this point. Even grabbing some extra here. Yeah, this is still a very early race, so Cat taking out Metal Mantis. She's gonna move on to Greenwood. RPGchick getting the layers to unlock the ice armor. That is a very helpful armor to have in the speedrun. Top runners would skip it, but in a marathon and a race, it is very, very helpful. And it doesn't take too much to get. Just 2 layers here. This one being the first one, and another one in the Fire Shrine. I'm thinking both runners will get the ice armor. Very dangerous run without it. There's also little warp points. So RPGchick taking out that layer right now before the Fire Shrine. Get a nice health refill. She's going to town getting as many monsters killed and gems. Now, those little plants actually shoot these butterflies that are probably like 4 pixels in size, but do massive and annoying damage. Like, so taking out the flowers pretty helpful. And these plants, you don't know what they're gonna do, so that's why you back off. Wait for them to throw their arm out. And when their arms out, they can't take damage, so just a safer way to fight these is don't stay on top of them. RPGchick into the Fire Shrine. Again, there's some monsters crawling around. Can't kill them. Anybody that's played Illusion Gaia might recognize those spirit heads. They get those monsters get reused.
Oh, those guys.
Here you can take out those fire monsters ahead of time. Now you got these newts. These newts are easy. There's another pair of lizard looking guys that are much tougher. Oh. Alright. So right now, a shrine separates the 2 runners. RPGchick unlocking the second layer needed for the ice armor. A squirrel. There's really some cute animals in Greenwood. It's a really charming area. We don't get to see many of them though in the speedrun. There's dogs, squirrels, and deer, and moles. We do see some moles. Okay, and here are the disappearing newts. These are a pain. especially when they go right like that. So you kind of want them to stay towards the lair, so you don't have to go chase them down. Can't hit them when they're teleporting. And got one just kind of hanging out there. Oh no, yeah, way over there. Just keeping an eye on the gem counts. Still really good for RPGchick. And Gliitchless should be fine as well. Ooh, got the crocodile. Crocodiles make great bridges. I guess the game intends you to have the ice armor equipped before you do the fire shrine, but in the speedrun, you have an herb, and if you time all the walks properly, you just kind of get into the hot coals or hot areas right at the time you need to walk. Nice gem drops though. So obviously the big gems give you more. You want as many of the big gem drops as you can get. Yeah, Gliitchless also clearing the lairs for the ice armor. Now
Hey,
this...
Magus, thank you very, very much for the raid.
Oh, Magus, top runner in Soul Blazer as well. Welcome, Magus and Raiders.
So for all of you lovely raiders who just rolled in, hi. We are the RPG Valkyries, and you're watching Speedrun Ragnarok. We're currently collecting money for Take This, which is a non-profit organization. Hold on, if I could words, it's early in the morning. I hope you all forgive me. Which is a non-profit charity founded to help those suffering by letting them know that they are not alone and providing information on treatment options and how to find help. So all of your lovely, lovely donations are going to Take This. And we have a multitude of wonderful games lined up for you, as well as some really cool prizes and incentives that you can donate towards, which are wonderful. Valkyrie Dravenheart has just linked for you. So if you're interested, check them out. But otherwise, welcome everyone. I hope that you enjoy the race.
Yeah, it's been a pretty tough race so far for Glitches, just catching you up. She had a little problem in Grass Valley, but she's starting to... We're now getting closer here, both in the Fire Shrine. RPGchick's currently ahead. Anything can happen, still early on. Really exciting game, though. Really gonna be a good race. Glad everyone's here tonight to check this out. This is still one of my favorite games. Alright, so again, these middle monsters, nothing you can do, just dodging around. Gem count looking good on RPGchick's side. 108. She's also grabbing the extra gems found in these chests. It's very wise. Gonna need them for the next area, especially. Glitch is also unlocking the layers needed for the ice armor. This is the second one. Oh, there you can see one of those butterflies on RPGchick's side, no problem. Especially since you already uncovered that layer to get back. Yeah, both these runners are no stranger to the game. They've raced this many times, even done the randomizer by the whole. And yes, there is a randomizer for this game. As if it couldn't get any more challenging or crazy, especially with so many layers. And there's Turbo the dog. It's kind of sad. You're in the dream, and then you kind of arrive back in the reality, and there's just Turbo's bones. Getting the mole here lights up for the basement of Lightron, so you can see kind of better in the dark. So that is also useful to have. And Gliitchless getting the best magic in the game. That's the light arrow. So that is going to be the prominent magic used for the rest of the run. Very powerful. One-shot kills on monsters if you line it up properly, which is not really that difficult to do. And right now it uses 8 gems to cast. So that's why having high gem count is important. So RPGchick uncovering the lair for the ice armor, and the chest is unlocked in the dream, or the path is unlocked in the dream, and that ice armor, like I said, is going to be very useful for the remainder of the run. One, it reduces damage you take, but plus you can step on fire areas, which is helpful later on. So under Turbo's grave was the leaves of greenwood that allows you to ride these rafts. Kind of don't want to forget to grab the leaves. It can happen, because then you get to the raft and the rafts are just like, not today. RPGchick is going to aggro all these enemies, group them together here, and just unleash that amazing light arrow magic. Plenty of gems, so can actually be very liberal with the shots. Which is just using caution on most of the fire shrine here. Has the herb, but doesn't necessarily need to burn that herb. Can wait for the fire to go out before walking. And those disappearing newts can be a problem, so definitely a wise choice, because you gotta kind of dodge the metal monsters, fight them. It's a little bit of a pain. So Light Shrine on RPGchick's side is not too dangerous when you have the ice armor. Those glowing evil orbs would do a lot of damage if you accidentally get caught by one. But the monsters that spawn here are pretty much easily contained. Not very threatening. The orb does kind of get annoying though. There's a little trick here though you can do. You can spawn these newts in the top left by stepping on a specific tile. I don't think RPGchick's going for that strat. You can kind of keep them. When they spawn off screen, they don't walk around, so they're easier to one-shot it when you move up there. It's a nice strat. So as you can see, if you don't follow the strat, they can just spawn all over the place. But Light Arrow really makes short work of them. If you have the extra gems, you don't have to go chasing them down. Alright, RPGchick entering the basement. There's that glowing light that you get from the mole. A lot of runners will just be doing this area in the total darkness, only lit by the torches. It's not too difficult to navigate the basement, but since you have to make 2 visits here, it's kind of nice to have. It's only about 12 seconds to get this glowing orb here. Or glowing soul. Unfortunately, Greenwood has a really tough boss at the end of it, so you could potentially take a save here if you are worried about dying and losing gems, because when you die and you don't have a strange bottle, you lose all the gems you've collected. And this fight's pretty tough. Probably one of the tougher boss fights. So that's coming up. Gliitchless getting the turbo. Getting the leaves of Greenwood and the light. Okay, RPGchick not taking a safety save, just getting the health refill. That light arrow is really cool. Lining up the monsters, taking them out. These statue heads, it's a very scripted fight, but you step one wrong way, they can get out of pattern. Let's see how this goes. Alright, lightning one down. Next up, water. There's a few safety spots to stand. RPGchick taking advantage of that. Very, very wise. Like I said, these heads can just tank you if you're not watching where you're standing. I think everyone has a little bit of a strategy to these fights for the safe squares. And that's it. RPGchick takes down 3 statues. Greenwood. Moving on from Greenwood. You unlock the Woods Guardian, they have the next stone. So you're collecting 6 stones in total. First area was the brown stone. Second area is the green stone. That one is pretty fitting. No need to death warp here. Quickest way back is the portal. So RPGchick's a little bit ahead, clearing the first 2 areas. Gliitchless not that far behind though. Anything can still happen here. If there's any donations, now's a pretty good time.
We do, in fact, have one donation. Anonymous donates $20 and says, please put my donation towards the Secret of Mana Make the Run Glitchless incentive. Speaking of incentives, we have some wonderful incentives coming up. If you like Soul Blazer, we actually have some incentives for ActRaiser, which is also a game by Quintet. You can name the master, and currently we don't have any names for that. We also have some Final Fantasy II incentives, which will be a run later tonight. I mean, tonight for me, early morning for all of you who live in the Eastern Standard Time Zone in the United States. We also have some really cool incentives for Secret of Mana, including make the run glitchless and send the boy and sprite on a vacation. So if you are curious about those, definitely you get your donations in for that. All the donations will be going to Take This. Take This helps people in the gaming community suffering from mental illnesses by letting them know that they are not alone in their struggles and there are treatment options out there to help. They provide education on mental illness so that friends, family members, and coworkers can help be better allies to help those who are suffering.
Thank you. Shout out to the first day. It's been an incredible experience so far. Everyone's doing an amazing job. So this race, as you can see, the rocks here go down in one hit. This is what you really need the gems and magic for on RPGchick's side. Having to fight those rocks is a real pain without the magic. So that's why you wanted to have those gems carry over. RPGchick taking a ton of damage, but of course setting up for a death warp, so no problem. This area, St. L's, if you've played the game, you've probably spent a while here because you have to unlock a lot of areas. It's big, but it's cool. I mean, the artwork and the monsters, this area really neat. So there you go, Death by Fish.
RPG jerk birds, RPG jerk fish.
Yep. The armor here, follow up to the ice armor, is the bubble armor. Don't actually have to equip it yet, but you can. For safety, of course it looks like a bubble. Fitting. Gliitchless, getting up to the boss for Greenwood, so I want to watch how that goes. Gem count is pretty good, 42. Again, that's what's going to carry over into the first area here that RPGchick just finished, which is South Eartha in the Third World. Again, just really helpful for taking out rocks, and that's in that area. Which is lining up, and yeah. As I mentioned, things can happen where if you're standing in the wrong spot, just a little off, couldn't catch you. So let's just not having the luck of the sword in the first two areas, but wouldn't count her out. I've seen her close out this game. Anything can still anyone's race. The next areas are pretty brutal. This is just the beginning. Okay, so RPGchick unlocking the first mermaid statue for the next area. And there's a few nice looking seahorses. I think the seahorses are well done. Let's just doing the refight. As you can see, those 0 gems for the next area. I know Gliitchless is used to even not having any gems for that area, so I don't think it should be any issue. Finds it's tough now. Cat, don't lose hope. That's, like I said, probably the toughest fight in the game. Here, my motto is never quit. So this race is gonna go to the wire. And RPGchick, like you see, you can stand in like the proper spot just so the enemies don't kind of roam off on you. These jellyfish can do that. They get a little annoying. But all these spots are pretty scripted. Where to stand. I have a good feeling about this attempt. Ah! Fire statue. Pretty strong. I don't know if the restreamer wants to. Oh. Gliitchless is actually a little bit more behind in the stream. So the race is a little bit closer than what may appear. I guess I won't spoil anything though. So RPGchick making progress in the next area, which is Rockbird. A lot of apes here. Couple birds. There's a couple extra items here you can grab for safety in the next area, which would be an herb and some extra gems. Actually, the extra gems are just kind of for here, but the herb would be for the next area. Doesn't look like RPGchick's going for the safety herb, so that's gonna be interesting. Taking on Durian. Gliitchless getting through the fight. First try, we'll see. It'll be old news by the time this race is done. Still a lot to go. So let's just moving on to the next area. 2 worlds down. Hit RPGchick, unequipping the armor, taking another death warp. Gotta remember to re-equip armor. That's a thing. Alright, so next area. Durian. Actually, Durian's a little tricky. Durian, you need a good gem count for it. There's a pretty big skip in Durian. You can kind of walk on molten lava. The ice armor doesn't even save you from the molten lava in Durian. So you want to have a good gem count so you can kind of clear certain layers ahead of time. See how RPGchick does with gems. Here, Gliitchless having to take on South Earthla without any gems. And as you can see, the rocks are just a pain. They have a ton of health. Kind of leash them with your sword. Like walking the dog. Walking the rocks. That's pretty good talent, actually. That's some good leashing right there. I like that. That looks cool. RPGchick into Durian. So Durian, if it wasn't hard enough, it's just raining down lava rocks. That's all RNG. Don't know where they're gonna land. Hopefully not too many land on your head. You're kind of busy trying to take out layers and then it's got rocks falling on it. It's kind of tough. There are safe spots to stand for just about everything else. You know? You got bubbles coming at you, you got rocks being thrown, rolled. Literally between a rock and a hard place. Gliitchless has to be careful again, doesn't have any gems to cast magic. And I tell you, the bubbles and the rocks and everything coming at you, it's scary. Leashing those rocks along there. Oof. Gliitchless taking the death right at the last layer. We'll have to make another stroll through there. It's a little early of a death warp. Should be fine though. Cleared out the rocks. Hopefully Gliitchless realizes okay. Yeah, that's a tough death because South Earth is not it's kind of like weird, you access it through a portal. RPGchick not having a lot of gems, so she's gonna have to, and didn't take the herb. Actually, this could be a tight situation here. I don't think she took the mermaid tears either to get rid of the molten lava. Or maybe she didn't use the herb in the fire shrine. She might still have an herb. I hope so. Because this is going to be pretty tough here. There's an item there. There's a critical sword, which can come into use later on in the other worlds as a safety to have. Not really required though. If it was the task, you on the critical sword would do a an insta kill every 16 frames. If you could time it that well, it's pretty powerful, pretty useful. Ooh, okay, RPGchick doesn't have that herb, so I guess she will clear this lair, which is the last lair, but then probably have to make the scroll back, so... And the molten rocks not giving her any chance of making this look easy. Very stressful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's Durian, very tight area, especially without the herb. So that is unfortunate. She's gonna make her way back through the mountain. Now Gliitchless clearing the first mermaid statue. Yeah, definitely a chance for Gliitchless to make back some time. I expect Gliitchless to go for the herb coming into Durian. Don't know if she's watching the progress on the other side. Probably not, but for consistency, I have a feeling she'll get the herb. She'll probably even get the mermaid's tears. Mermaid's tears would get rid of this molten lava situation and make it a lot safer. And there's the level up. Sometimes you can time the level up right when you need it, and see that really helps not needing the herb here. But yeah, this is the way to kind of lure the apes here down. Otherwise, if you had enough gems, you'd kill them above with magic and get that lair cleared. This way you could just kind of walk right up like that over the molten lava. So RPGchick, also keep in mind, RPGchick does have a one character name, giving her a slight advantage. Because every time the name is typed out in text, it's taking up some frames. So she has a one character name. But compared to a 3 character name, it's not too bad. But if it was like an 8 character name, full characters, it's like over 1 minute and 40 seconds in a run. It's a significant amount of time. Is it 1 minute and 40 or just 40? I may have gotten that wrong. I think it's 1 minute and 40. Okay, so we uncover this very special dolphin here, Lou. Each area has a key character. Obviously, you had Lisa. You had the Turbo dog, in this area of Lou the dolphin. Dr. Leo's pets, so to say. And you get this important item, the Thundering. Also very easy to accidentally not get the Thundering and go to the next area without it. So it's important. Okay. Looks like Gliitchless is unlocking the chest for the gems and the herb. Gliitchless will be taking on Durian with the herb. It's a wise decision. RPGchick making her way to Luster. So these crustaceans of sorts, you gotta kind of kill them while they're exposed, and you kind of stun lock them. They have a lot of health though. If you had the critical sword, sometimes you can one-shot them. Makes it a little faster. There's actually not a lot to do here in Bluster. It's pretty rainy. A stormy going on. But you have the Thundering. The Thundering makes these blocks, these yellow blocks here, throw down thunder. And that thunder, or sorry, that lightning. And that lightning can actually destroy metal monsters. RPGchick's just checking to make sure it's firing. So these apes that you can't kill with your sword that you have now, you can strike down with the lightning. She's also making sure she takes some damage, because once you clear this lair, you're done here. So you're pretty far walk just to get that lair. So of course, it's gonna be another death look, our favorite message for making steady progress. Okay, so Gliitchless looking for gems before going into Durian. Again, the more gems you have, the better chance you have of taking out the apes from afar. Being able to then just kind of walk over the molten lava and get the lair without having to fight them. Like lure them to the corner that RPGchick had to do. RPGchick unlocking the last area of St. El. The ghost ship. Sporting that bubble armor. Two runners hanging out in the seabed here. Very important item off to the right here is the power bracelet. So your pokes are going to do twice as much damage. And that's very important later on. Plus you're just doing an insane amount of damage now. But you still have a level 1 sword, so no sword upgrades just yet. It's the sword of life, even though it's really just killing everything. So you unlock that lair. Just every area has 3 layers to unlock. Usually the last layer closer to the boss. This fight's actually a little tricky especially for new runners. I know I found it very tricky, just trying to figure out where to stand and get the pattern down. But if you know what to do, like these little feely hands do massive damage. If you know where to stand, how to dodge the skull, you can dispatch this in 3 cycles. In the Japanese version, it's 2 cycles though. I just happen to have less health. RPGchick making quick work of the 3rd area boss. So you unlock the queen. Queen will have the 3rd stone. Gliitchless hanging out here in Durian again has the backup herb. Throwing down magic arrow to take out rocks. I expect Gliitchless to get the critical sword. It's going to be useful later on, in the next area that RPGchick is heading to, in case you don't get good gems. Because there's a lot of annoying flying things, bats, are just a pain to kill without magic, and with only having like the weak sword. Alright, Gliitchless skipping critical sword. Okay, going all out on. Actually, so the next area that RPGchick's in, it's one of my favorite stages, one of my favorite areas. Pretty calm area. Again, if you know where to stand, bats are pretty easy to line up and kill without getting in their way. So Gliitchless using the mermaid tears, making short work of the molten lava here, so now she could just fight the apes straight on. So that's pretty much one of the other ways to make this area safe. You don't use the herb. RPGchicks, there's some giant snowballs that you can't really destroy yet. You need a specific sword to. They can be tricky. They hunt you down. They're heat-seeking snowballs. Okay, and now RPGchick gets the magic armor. Magic armor reduces the amount of gems needed to cast by half. So this light arrow is only going to cost 4 gems now instead of 8. Plus, it gives you some defense boosts. So yeah, Gliitchless not grabbing the critical sword here. It's going to be getting the Thunder Ring now from Lou. RPGchick making her way into the mount, deeper into the mountain here. Ice skating. So right now you can't walk on this ice. You just kind of skate. It's fun. It's a little bit.
Chrono Trigger runner, I would just like to mention that I hate ice.
Yeah, ice physics are not a favorite by many. Let's see here. Well, the good news is there is an item that allows you to walk on the ice. However, for the speedrun, we gotta go all the way back to this little boy here just to get that item, which is kind of unfortunate. If anybody could ever figure out a way to skip those mushroom shoes, it would be fantastic, because you only need it really for like one turn on the ice. That's it. I mean, I guess you get to wear mushroom shoes. They're a little stylish, but you know, They don't prevent you from slipping on the slopes though either, so they're like really useless. Like if they at least prevented you from slipping on slopes, it'd kind of be worth it. Maybe, but no. So we go all the way back up the mountain again. Now that we got the shoes. Gliitchless going to be lining up those middle apes, readying for the thunder and the lightning. RPGchick just getting chased by the snowballs. Oh, if they get on top of you, you're just. I should say you don't have a lot of iframes in this game, so you can quickly get overwhelmed. All right, there you go. Mushroom shoes activated. Walk on ice for that one turn, and that's it. You can use them in one other little area. Makes it a little easier, but other than that, see, like these slopes, the mushroom shoes don't even help you. Kind of just gotta force yourself up these slopes. And there's these little green, free-looking candy monsters that spawn randomly. So you kind of want to stand back when you're fighting. It's opening up the last area at St. El's. You'll notice a lot of these layers are like unlocking mushrooms and things. You don't actually ever talk to the mushroom, but you just kind of open it up to be able to walk through the town to get to the next area. So shout outs to, I guess, the original runners like Everhate and the people that routed this game to really figure out what layers are needed and just how to get through. There's a lot of layers. You can certainly spend your time enjoying the game and unlocking all different things. So here you get to fight bats while you're on ice, while you're trying to line up magic shots. And the bats circle in a really tough way to get a pattern down. Like I said, if you don't have enough gems, you're stuck kind of chasing them down with your sword. It's a bit annoying. I think RPGchick's pretty good on gems. Yeah, these bats can be really annoying. And sometimes if you don't line it up, it takes like 2 shots. And RPGchick's being conservative here with the gems. I would be too a little bit. They're more useful on taking out the wizards, because the wizards will teleport if you don't kill them from far away. And they teleport all over the map. So that's really annoying. Alright, Gliitchless coming up to the Skullmaster fight here. Should be no problem. I think the nerves are shaken out. Should be just cruising here. The first 2 area bosses are probably the hardest. Very stressful. Yep. Skullmaster goes down, no problem. On Gliitchless's side. Oh, sometimes you step on a layer, it doesn't kind of work. But there you go. And there you see RPGchick getting the Lucky Blade. This increases the chances of big gem drops. Sometimes it just doesn't even seem like it's doing anything, but as long as you have it equipped, supposedly you're gonna get bigger gem drops, which is very helpful here. But as you can see, just getting all the teeny ones. I don't know. It's not always lucky. You don't have to have it. You just have to have it equipped. You can't actually swing it yet. It requires like level 15. But see, killing those wizards from afar They don't teleport on you. That's crucial. That's why you want to have a lot of gems. This area can get pretty dicey without a lot of gems, because there's a lot of wizards. And then there's like cool spots like this where all the enemies can just aggro and spawn. And you can just kind of destroy them with a magic light arrow shot. It's pretty satisfying. Alright. Gliitchless. Backtracking for the ice armor. Don't know. I guess with all the action going on, I didn't even see that she had missed it. So took on St. L's without it. Or maybe she's comfortable with it now. I mean, it's like the ice armor is really crucial for the later area, Leo's lab, but it's also, it would have been nice to have had for St. L's, but no problem. Didn't even realize she didn't have it equipped. I should know these things. I am paying attention, but so much going on. Alright, so you need the lucky blade also to make to the next area, otherwise this... Nope. Sorry, you're not equipped enough. So that's really the only other reason why you have the blade. Just to get through that area. So it doesn't do much for the gems. Alright, so both our runners now in the same world, which is getting the magic armor and the empty chest. There's the troll empty chest. Don't know why. I feel like something in the story relates to the empty chest. And here we go again, fighting the wizards from afar with the magic light arrow. Very crucial. Don't want to get close and have them teleport away. And there is Gnome. Gnome is the key character in Mountain of Souls. Okay, so next area, this section of the Mountain of Souls, this can be a little tricky. Again, RPGchick has plenty of gems though. Don't think it'll be an issue, because you got all the bats you gotta deal with, plus just getting good drops now. But let's say you didn't have enough gems, you'd be forced to use the Sword of Life, because that's the only sword you can really swing at this point, at this level. And it'd be tough to chase down bats and wizards and stuff. So the last, there's another portal here. Don't know if RPGchick will unlock it or not for the boss. Maybe. It's probably recommended for race safety, just in case. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like she's gonna get this layer up here. This is a hearty health refill back at the shrine, so if you're low, When you recover a lair, you do get some health refill, but sometimes you may be taking too much damage. You're not going to get enough for the next fight. So Gliitchless making the second trip back up with the mushroom shoes. Yeah, these little spikes are being thrown at you from the statues, but usually it's really not an issue. They're very slow. You can see where they're going to appear. Still plenty of gems. RPGchick has no problem taking out these bats. There are some really, like, if you're really good at lining up the magic shots, getting the one hit on each bat, it's cool. Like, that's something to practice. It's not easy. And RPGchick unlocking two very special grandmas here. Very.
Do you think they'll dance for us?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Those grandmas have a lot of energy. Okay, RPGchick getting the health refill before the boss. Now this boss is pretty straightforward if you have the health. Not much going on here. Very key strat, just stand in front and the sword does the rest. In fact, the fireballs don't even hurt you. You can get poked by the spear. Other than that, I mean, if you were low on health, you probably just want to dodge that spear. Just kind of hang out in front. Makes quick work. Very nice. So that will do it for the Mountain of Souls on RPGchick's side. Let's just still trekking. No problem so far. Gems are a little low. 15. Gliitchless gonna have a bit of an uphill battle versus the bats. Doesn't have the critical sword either, so let's see what happens. You can, like I said, you can kind of you can chase the bats down. Oh, sometimes the gems also fall out of the area where you can grab them. And boy, Gliitchless really needs those gems. You pull gems like a magnet with your sword, so if they're in a wall, you can pull them towards you. But sometimes they're like right on the. You gotta be at a 90 degree with them to get them. Just getting all the small gems. So it's gonna be a tough fight against these wizards here. Like, literally have no choice but to cause them to teleport. So this is the problem, like having to do these fights versus the wizards. This is gonna cost quite a bit of time here. And not much you can do. You just gotta hope you get some gems. RPGchick though, into the Leo Laboratory. Some really cool music here. Some people really love the music, some people really hate the music. I particularly think the music's awesome.
Do I have time to jump in for a little bit?
Yes.
So, we don't have any more donations, which is very sad, because your wonderful, lovely commentator right now Sinstream is actually going to be running ActRaiser next, and if you don't name the master, who will? So chat, and anybody else watching, if you're interested in getting a name in for the master for ActRaiser, please definitely get a donation in and let us know what you think. We also have some wonderful prizes for everybody, which you can check out via our incentives page. There is a prize tab, and we have actually a wonderful grand prize, a SNES Classic, donated by Casual Geek Dave, which you only need to donate $50 total for. We also have some really cool other prizes. We have a gaming headset, a wonderful, adorable poodle skirt made by our lovely Margaret Ann, and some really awesome pins from Take This. So definitely check out our incentives and our prizes, and get your donations in if you're interested.
Yeah, the master name gets used a lot, so we've had some interesting ones in the past. I'll be curious to see if anybody comes up with any. But here is Full Blazer, which is RPGchick getting the Zenta blade. Can't swing the blade yet though, has to do all the damage through poking. This is a very, very tough area. She has the ice armor though, so that's gonna help in the parts where there's flame floor, but not much else to do against these monsters here. Everything has to be destroyed by poking. The mice that are the metal mice kind of roam around if you don't catch them. But here you can use the ice armor just to walk over the hot flame, otherwise you're just taking damage. But yeah, these sweepers do an insane amount of damage. This is probably where the run really just gets very difficult. I die here almost all the time. If you get through it, you've probably played it extra safe, because if you're trying to do it fast, it's very easy to just die. Those sweepers can catch you. They do a serious amount of damage. RPGchick's doing okay though on health. Here's just a little interesting strategy. Just like I said, you gotta catch these mice before they run off. Get them to spawn, and you gotta poke them. Oop, almost had one get away. No problem though. And yeah, that's probably the hardest part of this run, poking. And if you don't have ice armor, you're taking an amount of health loss from the fire areas you gotta walk over. You do have an herb, and you also have a level up that you can time in this area, but other than that, you're kind of on your own. And the helicopters are tough, and the sweepers are tough. So, really tense area.
We actually just got a $5 donation from Morning Song, and they say, this goes to naming the master, or madam, in ActRaiser.
Thank you, Morning Song. That's a clever name. Alright, so RPGchick getting that key level up, which is probably gonna make the rest of this area pretty straightforward now. Also has the ice armor. Still, I don't know if she equipped the next sword, but either way, has to use the metal sword, the Zenta blade to kill just about everything else here. And yeah, the helicopter you can take out for safety. These weird ones you can take out with magic. Gliitchless doing okay on gems now in this area. Thankfully, can take out a lot of these these wizards that would just be very dangerous without the magic. So should be pretty comfortable finishing up Mountain of Souls. Like I said, these sweepers, there you go. You get caught by one chunk of damage. Here we go with the mice though, luring them in a specific spot. This way they don't run away. Very nice, theRPGchick. theRPGchick's having no issues with gems. Very fortunate, very lucky with the gems. I'm just amazed at how many big gems she's just continuing to get. Like, only some of those could go towards Gliitchless's run. Okay, because she doesn't even have the Lucky Blade equipped. Is using those anti-textile blades. It's kind of amazing. The theRPGchick unlocking the model town. These are cool little areas. If you haven't played the game, model towns have a lot of charm.
I really like the model town area. I've really only seen it in the speedrun because I haven't played myself, but I just find it so cute because you're killing invisible monsters.
Yeah, there's little monsters, and then in speedrun, there's a soul that allows you to see the monsters in the model towns. We don't get that in the run, so a lot of the monsters are just in the game. These little soldiers, they pack a punch. Okay, so yeah, now you equip the Lucky Blade so you can swing. Yeah, there's like mini arrows that do a lot of damage. Don't
I think, too, this is a kind of like shout out to ActRaiser, is it not?
The model town?
A little bit, right?
I guess maybe from the from the aspect of it's like small little homes that you can see. It would have been better if they used the actual homes from ActRaiser. Yeah, I could see that. That's interesting. Nobody's ever mentioned that before. I could see that now. I always felt like ActRaiser was, 1,000 times higher up, whereas Soul Blazer was more intimate with the layers and the people that you're unlocking. That's why I always felt like Soul Blazer was more of a sequel to ActRaiser than the first game of a trilogy. But I don't know. Okay, so Gliitchless is doing the Poseidon fight, no problem. Yeah, I see. As Morning Suns has alluded to there, I thought this similar, and obviously all the elements from ActRaiser in terms of sounds and quintet and pretty much were used. So you can see the invisible monsters kind of going back and forth down there. So Gliitchless looking for a death warp here. There it is. And there's a couple extra gems here for theRPGchick. She's got 224. Probably could have skipped that. But, she's just cashing in on that gem RNG manipulation. And Gliitchless talking to our friend the gnome. Now the gnome has the stone. Even though you release the king in this area, the gnome is the stone. So you actually just talk to the gnome. That's how you get to the Leo Lab. So RPGchick working on the second model town. Really, in this model town, there's just a few invisible enemies that you kill here, lining up some light arrow shots. Like, if you didn't have enough gems, this could get a little tricky, but RPGchick, probably too many gems, can just spam light arrow in every direction. But there it is. Finding that last invisible enemy. RPGchick unlocking the last area of Leo's lab, the power plant. Alright, so now Gliitchless up against the gauntlets of the run here. Going to need the Zantetsu blade and the poke fest will begin on Gliitchless side. Having to deal with the metal monsters, and not being able to swing the sword. Well, RPGchick in the power plant here. Leo's lab has a lot of stuff going on. You do pick up this light armor, very crucial. Basically, low damage enemies, like early on, won't do any damage to you. Like fire shots from torches and things like that. So light armor is very helpful. Plus you get a damage boost. Defense boost. And again, the ice armor helping you out in the power plant here. So you can just walk right over the fire and not take damage. That's why I said the ice armor takes a little bit to unlock, but it's very helpful here later in the run. It's just doing very well on the poking here. Has good health. RPGchick also having no issues. Now she's able to swing the sword. So as you can see, once you're able to swing the sword, these monsters really don't, or they go down pretty fast. Good idea, always take a health refill before the boss. This next boss fight, as long as you remember to equip everything, there's a nice strat. You can line up, step to the left there, and you kind of line up, trade shots as you progress downward. That was pretty close for RPGchick, but she pulls it out. Sometimes you can lose the damage war there. No issues though. Had enough health. That's why you always want to refill, just in case. So RPGchick finishing up Leo's lab. Gliitchless working on the first section. Those tuning in, Gliitchless did have a little rough go on Grass Valley. And Greenwood, bosses, but has been fighting all the way through the rest since then. Shook it off. Not, like, I don't know, looking really solid now. So still anything can happen in this race. Leo's doll Mary giving the last gem. Any donations? Now's a good time.
I indeed, in fact, have one one wonderful donation from Dust Mage, who donated $30 to say, Secret of Mana, make the run glitchless. That brings Make the Run Glitchless for Secret of Mana $75 out of $250. For those of you who don't know about the Secret of Mana run, Yagamoth will be doing a solo girl run, and as I understand it, is a little bit more difficult if we make the run glitchless. So if you want to make Yagamoth suffer, because who wouldn't want to do that? I definitely am all for this suffering for Yagamoth thing. Definitely donate to get that run glitchless. We also have the Name the Master for ActRaiser at $5 with the name Or Madam. So if you, for some reason, don't like that name or would like to get some other kind of cool name you think you have, definitely please get your donations in for that.
And thank you. So RPGchick is grabbing the Soul Blade here. The Spirit Blade. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Spirit Blade to make work of these ghosts. And there's this safe spot here to stand. Otherwise, these ghosts just kind of can overwhelm. They can also troll. They disappear and reappear. So RPGchick making no problem with that. Gliitchless also getting through probably the toughest area of Leo's lab. No problem unlocking the model towns. So well done on Gliitchless side here. Yeah, so RPGchick's juggling weapons. Can't swing the Spirit Blade yet. There's a little mechanic though, there's a little glitch where if you are mid-swing when you equip it on another sword, and then you like go to the Spirit Blade, it does the damage of the Spirit Blade, even though you're not able to swing it. So there's that little glitch that can be exploited in a few spots here especially. Like you can start a swing off on a sword with the one you can swing, and then equip the Spirit Blade, and then the swing will finish off doing the damage of the Spirit Blade. So a lot of top runners will go for that. It's a little tough to get though. Actually, some menuing, some timing. But if you're really looking for frames to save, that's one technique that's used. There's some invisible chests here. There's a medical herb. There's also extra gems. RPGchick not needing the extra gems though. 256 gems is insane. And she just continues to get big gems, so really no issues there. The enemies here in Magrid Castle are kind of tough. But we're starting to get to the climax of the story here. This is where things, we're starting to unlock the special characters here in Magrid. And here there's a little technique. You can stand against the wall and kind of push your magic up, or push your orb up. But again, fighting these monsters with magic light arrow makes it a lot easier, because these enemies will teleport away from you and they do a lot of damage. So if you have the gems, this run's really more straightforward. And yeah, like you see, you're just going to be switching between swing, because you can kill these skeletons with the Zantetsu blade. Then since you can't swing Spirit Sword, and that's what you need to kill these ghosts, switch back and forth. If you just stand in this one corner, that's the safe spot. It's a very important safe spot to know. Gliitchless getting the extra gems for the next model time, making steady progress. RPGchick getting trolled by the ghost that just doesn't want to spawn again. There's not much you can do. You can wait there 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Don't know where the ghost goes. She's equipping the strange bottle so she doesn't lose gems. Death warps here. Tough tough death warp when you just get a level up and then you gotta. Once again, re-equip your armor though. She has a, there was a hidden item there, a harp string. There's really not too many hints of where that harp string is. It's buried under some bones, but it is a necessary item. And you can use it for this musician. A lot of people are big fans of this song here, or at least this song. So RPGchick, a little bit of story. But you find a card under the soldier there. The soldier's literally moved by the music. That grants you access to this tower. Of course, just having the card. You don't have to look like an enemy or anything. The card alone grants you access. Here, I might have missed it, but hopefully RPGchick re-equipped the power bracelet after using the card. It's a very common mistake. I think so, judging by the damage being done. But otherwise, this tower can be a bit of a challenge, as you can see. Now, having the light armor, those orbs don't really do much damage, they just do 1 damage. You got these chess pieces. They can be a little tricky. Can't hit them while their spikes are coming out. They move like a chess piece, like a knight. Kind of cool. Gliitchless going up against the boss, the Tin Doll in Leo's Lab. Didn't quite get the left start. Gonna be scary. Using the herb, probably smart move. Okay. Yeah, because if you start right on the boss, you're not gonna win the damage war. Smart move using the herb. That was close. Finishes Leo's Lab. Now, ooh, RPGchick finding one of the shredder boomerangs there. Took one to the face. Goes down a little early in the left tower. She's gonna have to backtrack up there. That left tower's no joke. Lost the gems though. Judging by her luck, she'll probably be able to get those gems back. Ooh. I think they look like a Ninja Turtle shredder, especially the purple one. But yeah, that boomerang, getting in there without getting hit by the boomerang is tough. But once you get in there, there's a safe spot for these fights. Of course, the level up right after. Alright, RPGchick should be cruising right along through the tower. Gliitchless just getting to Magrid. So RPGchick still pretty comfortably in the lead. But you know, one wrong move and this could change. We also have one of the many jerk birds in RPGs coming up in this area, which is the Demon Bird. That's RNG driven. We'll get to that though. Get to that soon enough. theRPGchick unlocking the right tower. And some of the key characters here, these soldiers. Very important soldiers. And our good friend, Dr. Leo, who I always thought was just grinning madly based on the sprites. I could never tell. I believe there's specs or glasses that are being worn, but it just looked like a giant grin to me. So Dr. Leo, hanging out by the airship. Looking like everything's going well for Dr. Leo right now. And our Blazer. Gliitchless finding the safe spots. Taking on the ghosts. Getting trolled just a little bit. Tell the queen she's pretty, and she gives you a VIP card. Very nice. So RPGchick sporting that VIP card to enter the right tower. Immediately re-equipping the power bracelet, this time I call it. Manipulates these chess pieces downward and makes her way into the next room. Getting the big gem drops, of course. Like I say, you can, with the light armor, you can just kind of not worry about the fire shots coming at you. They only do 1 damage. Better to worry about the enemies throwing these boomerang things at you. Everything else going on. So RPGchick making use of that strat. Gliitchless luring the... Gliitchless a pro at leashing enemies, rocks, poking metal enemies, and luring the spirits. Gotta say. We are hour and 44 minutes in. I don't know, like, this is an action RPG. Like, RPG can sometimes feel a little lengthy, but I don't know. This game is always tense. Being an action RPG, being a death around any corner, I just can't believe how quickly the time has gone. So, right tower, you do want to have some magic. It makes it a little easier, so RPGchick's fine. Glitch is working on the you can walk through the invisible walls. Again, if you have a special soul, you can see where the paths are, but we don't get those. But here, like, these boomerang enemies having the magic shot. Now remember, at this point you don't have the magic armor equipped, so each shot's back to taking 8, but she still has plenty of gems, so no problem. I would say now is a good time for chat to start taking some guesses as to how many dives Jerkbird here is going to give RPGchick. I would say anywhere from 1 to, I don't know, 22 would be a good guess. Definitely, there's a runner maybe by the name of Jenya that knows something about getting 22, but hopefully not that many dives. Ideally, a runner would want, I guess, 1 or maybe you can get none. Maybe you can get no dives. We'll see. But here is the climax of the story. RPGchick finding and meeting up with Dr. Leo finally. Of course, Lisa was caught. She's usually just sleeping. But, yeah, plot twist here. The queen was against us. Not much you can do here, just mash through text. Leo slipping Blazer the key to the airship. And Leo making the ultimate sacrifice. Of course, RPGchick's got things to do. I'm not gonna worry about that. Gonna ride this airship, take on Demon Bird. Here we go. Average 4. Professor NES. Taking it back to Octopath boss. Alright, so RPGchick lining up for hopefully what will be 1 dive. Okay. 2 dives. Oh man. 3 dives. Getting the technique here. I think Infested Rich actually came across this strat. Ooh, just took too much damage in the dives. I'm not gonna count those dives against the number in this, but that was pretty brutal right off the gate. Demon Bird does do a lot of damage. There is an herb. You don't really want to burn it. RPGchick's pretty comfortable though in the lead. Can definitely do this a few times. This is a tough fight if the dives don't go well. Yeah. One dive. 2 dives. 3 dives. Come on. 4. What is happening? 5. Oh, this is painful. 6. 7. She's doing everything correct. This is just Jerkbird. Alright, 7 dives. Locks up with the stun lock here. Okay, had to back off a little bit. Going for the herb. Oh! There was a chance there, but I would have played it safe like that too. Okay, dives have given up here. 7 dives looks like it's going to be the count. 7 dives. Dispatches the Demon Bird. That was pretty rough. Not many runners would be happy with that dives. Holy diver indeed. But RPGchick moving on now to what will be the last area. Lisa has fallen in love with the hero. From that long time ago when we the dream. I guess it was love at first sight or something. I don't know. Poor Dr. Leo though, just laying there. And we leave Lisa behind. Got things to do. Got a world of evil to deal with. So Gliitchless now making her way through the left tower. A little low on health. Not sure how this is gonna go. Might be a double visit to the tower. Gems are, yeah, kind of rough. Honestly, Gliitchless just not having luck with gems. Shredder's doing their thing. So Gliitchless also finding trouble with the Shredders. Same spot, RPGchick. That is a tough spot. I've died there I don't know how many times. RPGchick picking up the invulnerable bracelet that doubles defense and attack power. Very important item to have. I would say just about on any run. I mean, you can skip it if you're looking for every bit of time save, but boy, does it make the run a lot nicer, a lot calmer. So that's hidden there under the queen. Very easy to overlook. And yeah, RPGchick unlocking the world of evil. Very cool effects. So now, to beat the game, you need some key items. You need Soul Blade, you need Soul Armor, and you need the 3 red hot items. You also need to be on level 24. So all that's gonna have to accumulate now in the last area. There's some really annoying enemies in the world of evil. Those flies, particularly. There's a way to line everything up so that they spawn exactly when you need to, so you can hit them and they don't hit you. Also, every type of effect is going on here graphically. Dazzling space and flames. There's a little bit of lag. RPGchick standing in the right spots, making quick work of all the enemies. No problem. Gliitchless working on uncovering climax of the story. Dr. Leo and the soldiers. You do get that level up in the world of evil, but then after that, pretty much on your own for health. Now, RPGchick used the herb on the demon bird fight. Normally you'd have an herb here. So this is going to be a tough situation. She's going to want to minimize the amount she's taking here in the world of evil for sure. It's not an easy thing to do. She's pretty good on gems. That's certainly going to help. Let's see. Yeah, Gliitchless heading to right tower. So everything in the world of evil also does a lot of damage. These walls, etc. So RPGchick playing it smart, getting some layers that will allow her to kind of dodge the path of these moving walls. Very smart move, because again, she doesn't have that herb. Actually, the world of evil always has some pretty good gem drop, just naturally, so there's that. That's helpful. Gliitchless working through right tower. There you see RPGchick dodging into the wall. Because normally, yeah, you have to like walk right through these walls and just take a ton of damage. Very easy to die. But there is the first item that you need, the soul armor. Without the soul armor, you cannot progress further into this this world of evil. The next teleporter, the next area would just start causing immediate damage to you. So it's required to get to the next area. Dodging the walls. Dealing with the flies. Now the backdrop gets a little creepy as we're approaching what would be the final boss, Death Toll. But like I said, we still need to get some key items. So we have the soul armor. Down here is the soul blade. Soul Blade basically can destroy metal monsters and spirit, so it's the all-powerful blade. Of course, there's one item here, the red hot ball. So there's 3 red hot items you need to get. Red hot ball, first one. Okay, time for dives on Gliitchless' side, while RPGchick is getting the red hot items. If you do not, you can guess anywhere from 0 to 22. Let's hope the demon bird is kinder to Gliitchless. Just had a tough go on all the other bosses and gems. The average of 4. Well, sticking with the 23. Gar trying to match it up with 7. RPGchick just strolling through the light shrine. Now that you have the soul blade, no problem. You release a bird. Alright. Be sure just hoping for 25. That'd be a story to tell.
Would.
Okay. RPGchick, you also she has to sneak up on that bird. Very important. There you go. Right, here we go. Dive time. It's one dive. One dive so far. Pretty good. Gets the stun lock. 2. Oh, no. Just one dive. Okay, 2. 3. 4. 5. Things are looking really nice. Looks like it's gonna be 5. Not bad. And first try, Demon Bird. Well done. Cleaning up. So RPGchick not needing the bubble armor anymore. Let's have a ton of health. Makes her way to back to Durian. Favorite place. Wasn't kind to her earlier in the. Now you can clear this ape lair here, the metal ape lair. And that mermaid is gonna have the last red hot item. Nice thing is though, she didn't use the mermaid tears, so the there. So that makes for a pretty quick death warp. Gotta say, the runners have been very good at remembering everything, not forgetting to get any items. Just, I mean, I've walked away forgetting to even go back to talk to that mermaid. Sometimes it's like when the clock's ticking, it's very easy to just forget. Now that you have all the 3 red hot items, you make a stop over here at the Mountain of Souls. And now we get to talk to the king in the Mountain of Souls. And these beautiful grandmas waiting for us. Gliitchless not going for the bracelet. Oh boy, I don't know if She nosed. But we got dancing grandmas on RPGchick side. Granting the magic phoenix to our hero and unlocking Death Toll. Well, Death Toll going into position as the Phoenix was summoned. Phoenix is the only way to defeat Death Toll. Problem is, to use Phoenix, you need to be able to swing the Soul Blade. And to swing the Soul Blade, you need to be level 24. So, a little bit of a grind here in this. Thankfully, unlike some RPGs, this grind is pretty short. But now RPGchick has all the equipment necessary and the magic. She's gonna make her way back to the world of evil. Gliitchless, just getting to the world of evil. Doesn't have the invulnerable bracelet though. At least I didn't see her get it, so it's gonna be a tough go here. Just has the power bracelet. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Maybe she wants the challenge. Show it off. Just showing off. So the nice thing is, to get experience, you just kill these spirit balls. No problem. They go down one hit. Plus you get some gems. Quick farm here. You can farm to about 400,000 roughly, and then pick up some walls along the way. Bottom line is you just gotta pass 420,000 to get to level 4. So RPGchick really just cruised right along, straight up to the end. Not too many issues, which is though not really that far behind. Gliitchless did get the invulnerable bracelet. I must have missed it, so no problem. Alright, showdown time, RPGchick side. She doesn't equip the Phoenix just yet. Reduces the lag. In its first phase, you can destroy with the sword. Now it's Death Toll, final boss time on RPGchick side. Plenty of gems. Poke the blue flames. Has the invulnerable bracelet, doesn't really have to worry too much taking damage. Once the blue flames are cleared, Death Toll becomes vulnerable. Shadowrun level, yes. So you get about 5-6 hits in each cycle here. Pretty straightforward fight, especially when you have the invulnerable bracelet. Gliitchless going ahead and getting all the items. Let's see how RPGchick does. Coming up on time for RPGchick though. Timing will end on the last hit to Death Toll. Start seeing Death Toll's body explode. There's a lot of lag in this fight, which may not be noticeable, but if you're in rhythm while the lasers are shooting and you're throwing phoenixes out there, it's a little laggy. RPGchick's got pretty good rhythm here though. The lasers are firing and then she's doing the phoenix. So there you can see the lag. And they both are going. Looking for that final hit. It's getting close. There it is. RPGchick closing out with a 206.42-ish. That's time for RPGchick. GG. theRPGchick taking the race. And blame ever hates. Absolutely. Well done. Throwing a few Phoenix up there for swag. That was a PB. PB hype. Very nice. Congratulations, RPGchick. You made it. Why? All right, let's give Gliitchless some support as well. Gliitchless getting the last of the red hot items. Getting ready for the death toll fight coming up. Still on good pace. Considering everything that went I guess everything that went wrong in the beginning, Gliitchless stood through it all, kept her wits straight to the end, and it honestly had a really good ending. Plus, I guess the benefit is you get to see a bit of the ending. But the king was a pretty terrible person in this whole run. In this whole story, that is. Hate the king. All right, so Gliitchless is going to be doing a little bit of grind. If there's anything else you want to get in, now's a good time.
Sure. We don't currently have any more donations, but I just want to let everybody know about the schedule coming up. Next up, we have ActRaiser with your current commentator, Sinstream. After that, we'll have Robocop and Roller Games with Gliitchless. And then after that, we'll have Newtopia with Vanivan. If you want to get a name in for the master, for ActRaiser, you should probably get that in soon. The current name at $5 is Or Madam for the master. And yeah, I just want to remind everyone that we are the RPG Valkyries, and you are currently watching Speedrun Ragnarok, and we are putting together funds for Take This. I can't talk, I'm sorry. And so Take This helps people in the gaming community who are suffering from mental illness by letting them know that they're not alone in their struggles and that there is treatment options out there to help. They exist to let people know that it's okay to not be okay, and no one is alone in their struggles with mental health, and there is always hope for improvement.
Thank you. You do a great job talking. I feel like I'm talking too much, so it's always good to hear another voice.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm just dealing with some, oh my goodness, things here on this side. So
I know. I mean, honestly, shout outs to making all the behind the scenes work that goes on in this event. I mean, so many people volunteering, doing great things behind the scenes is just incredible to get to where it is now. So amazing. First day too. So I look forward to a lot of great runs this whole week. This is a great event. I'm really happy to be a part of this. And here we go. Double vision. Gliitchless in the spotlight twice. or the race is just super synced now. But no, Glitch is coming up on Dancing Grandmas Part 2. The best grandma. So Glitchless unlocking the Phoenix. Now the final grind to level 24. Anybody interested in this game, it's a really great speed run. There's an annual race in memory of Everhate. Usually around every springtime. All the community just comes out for that. It's amazing. A lot of runners were introduced to the game, and really, really great speed run. It's action RPG, so a lot of execution, not a lot of RNG, a lot of execution. It's exciting the whole way through. I highly recommend it, and plenty of people to help with this game. Myself, you have Magus, Hulk out there, Jintatsu. These are all prominent runners that I've been through the game with, and they continue to improve it. Genya, Stinger, you'll see them in many events as well. Just a great community. The world record changed hands a few times in this, and look, I mean, RPGchick getting the PB today in the race, which is insane. With race strats no less, it's incredible. And Glitchless championing through. I mean, it's tough when it's a no reset situation and your gem count's low. You have no choice but to continue on. I mean, this is very respectable time in this game. So let's see. Pretty sure Gliitchless will have no trouble putting this away. Making the final farm here. Yeah, Turbo the goat may not make an appearance on stream, but we saw Turbo the dog. Alright, Glitchless. Into the final room. The silence. First phase death toll, no problem. Has that Phoenix, has that invulnerable bracelet. Should be a straightforward fight here. Funny thing is, you do have to destroy the blue pillars to unlock vulnerability for the boss, which I didn't actually know, but just like watching a run. You wouldn't know. Be swinging the sword all day, not doing any damage. Again, trying to minimize the lag. While you're throwing the Phoenix out there and the lasers, a ton of lag. Quintet Enix, every last boss fight seems to lag. I don't know. At least in this and ActRaiser for sure. ActRaiser 2, some spots. But I mean, it's graphically beautiful, so can't complain. Usually I know when things are getting close to the time here. You've probably taken about half your health just by damage. Otherwise, I think it's like 13 to 15 cycles. Or 15 to 19 cycles, depending on how many hits you get in. This is looking fine. No problem. Don't really have to worry about damage when you got the... It should be coming up on time very soon. And there it is. Gliitchless. Finishing off Death Toll.
Very nice.
Very well done. Staying the course. GG. Well done, cats. Incredible run with with everything that you had to put up with. A great finish, though. Really good finish. Congratulations to both the runners. I mean, a race situation is always stressful, even on a restream. So well done putting this race together. Races are always exciting. First race of the marathon. Well done. Good show. Like I said, there's always there's an annual race for this game, Soul Blazer. It's a great game. I'm glad these two runners showed it off really well. Congrats again, RPGchick, on the PB. I guess I have to go get ready for ActRaiser. Send it back to the hosts.
All right. I actually have our two lovely I have our two lovely runners here with us right now.
Hi.
Hello.
You're almost in time for the goat.
Yeah, the goat's coming up very soon.
Goat.
Yes, the goat is almost ready to speak.
Bleed. Sorry, that was a spoiler.
So, RPGchick, Gliitchless, how did you feel about your runs?
I'll let you start.
Anything is fine. As
Laughter.
Everything that could have gone wrong in my run probably did in the first half of it. Other than that, that was fine. I enjoyed my my Leo's Lab a lot. That went really well. Everything else went pretty poorly. But
actually, Kat, I saw you make it through that St. L's without the ice armor. I don't know if you realized it.
Yeah, I realized that well after I was trying to figure out why I died so many times to the second boss.
So, yeah, well done.
I was so angry about that RNG I had in Dune. So pissed off by the rock RNG.
Oh yeah, you were getting just tossed around by the lava rocks falling down.
It was so bad.
That was tough. But you didn't take the herb either, so I know you were. I'm sure.
I've never had to take that herb before. That is the first time I have ever died in Durian.
Yeah.
So actually, I also have a $20 donation from Sai 990, who says, here's $10 each for RPGchick and Gliitchless to put wherever they want. GG to both of you, and congrats on the PB, RPGchick.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, friends.
So definitely tell me what you want to put that towards.
Oh, I definitely want to put that towards Yaga's suffering with Glitch.
All right.
I am pulling this incentives list right now.
So that's $10 towards make the run glitchless and aka make the Yagamoth suffer.
Is it really that bad doing Secret of Mana glitchless?
It's
Probably
a
not.
kind of pain in the butt, but for him, it's not.
It's a namesake, so let's do it. Let's put it on that too. You're welcome, Yaga.
So actually, that brings our make the run glitchless for Yagamoth's solo girl run to $95 out of $250.
Ooh, we're getting close.
And we currently have Royal Blue Wizard in chat who says $5 donation for each Valkyrie who says dangerous to go alone.
Well, it is dangerous to go alone.
It is very dangerous to go alone. Unfortunately, there are only 2 Valkyries in the channel right
Yeah,
now.
I was going to say, I'm not a Valkyrie. But it certainly is dangerous to go alone if you want to throw in like $250 for me.
All right. So coming up next, we actually have Sinstream with ActRaiser. ActRaiser is also a quintet game. So I hope that all of you are excited for that. Scala's in chat with Dangerous to Go Alone. I hope that counts.
I'd say it might.
I think so.